Hello, this is Michael Gross, and you're watching What's Neat with Ken Patterson.
For this What's Neat this week in Model Railroading Show, we try something a little bit different. Joshua Barton hosts the show, and we do a studio tour. We walk around, we look at some amazing models. Mike Buddy shares some new models from MO Loco. Absolutely cool cars that he in fact tried to model back in the early 80s. We look at the turbo train from Rapido Trains, and in fact in 20 minutes we look at a lot of neat models, and we also attempt and do eventually run some trains and have a pretty cool derailment. So that is this What's Neat show, just a little bit different, but it turned out okay. The What's Neat This Week in Model Railroading Show is made possible by viewers like you and is proudly supported by Model Railroader Magazine, helping enthusiasts become better modelers for more than 90 years. To learn more, visit trains.com. Additional support is provided by Spring Creek Model Trains, your destination for model trains. Stop in and say, wow! Check out their website at springcreekmodeltrains.com.
Intermountain Railway Company, where the detail makes the difference. Check out their website at intermountain-railway.com. Promotional consideration provided by Great Train Shows, a division of Great American Train Shows. Train shows are back. Visit their website for show dates and vendor registration at trainshows.com. Additional support is provided by Yelsma Graphics, America's leading distributor of quality railroad art and embroidered clothing since 1985. Check out their website at yelsma.com. Further support is provided by the NCE Corporation, the power of DCC. Visit their website at ncedcc.com. And thank you for supporting the What's Neat This Week podcast.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Ken Patterson's What's Neat This Week, show number 296 for November 23rd, 2024. I'm your host, Joshua Barton, and I'm all alone here tonight, but we're going to try something new. Since it's coming up on the holidays, getting ready to be Black Friday, we know that Trainfest is this weekend. I do have a couple updates from Trainfest. Derek Sampson with Value Trains just announced he's coming out with 50-foot boxcars in N scale. He'll have a whole line of them, and he can do the same graphics that he can on the HO cars. So you can get your custom cars, just like this one, at valuetrainsusa.com. He's there right now. These are the 50-foot boxcars. Here's some of our old versions, our new version. We also have a couple new versions that are getting ready to come out. A dark blue that says the same thing here as worldwide service in dark blue, and we have one in light blue, and the faded light blue one would be great for weathering, so you guys need to check that out at valuetrainsusa.com. Also this weekend at Trainfest, Broadway Limited, they announced their UP Kennefic car earlier this year, and now they're offering a UP Power Car number 2066 and an inspection car, the Fox River in HO. So definitely go to their website and check them out. Difference in camera now. So we're going to get up, we're going to talk a little bit about the layout this evening and see what everybody's working on instead of just sitting here at the table. So if you want to follow me, we're going to go see who's doing what tonight. So I know no one ever gets to see this part of the room because you're stuck there. But now that this camera moves, you can see the entire layout. Oh, we have some cars that are backing up here. There we go. Good job. Come around here. This is one of the great parts of the layout that Ken's planning on ripping up and redoing. This was his narrow gauge area. And then it comes around here. This is the newest area of the layout here, and we have Mike, and Mike's running the Santa Fe consist here with some of his auto racks. Mike, tell us a little bit about this train that's running right here.
These are some different auto flats that I've built over the last few years. This is an F89 flat with different versions of Chevy trucks. Then these are 2 loads of school bus chassis. I cast the Chevy noses in resin. Well, I cast the frames and the tires and everything. Those are all hand cast. And then the same thing for all these auto racks. I finished those this past spring. All those vehicles are resin cast, and Bill Brillinger did the decals for me for all the Firebirds, Trans Ams, Esprits.
You thought of everything, even the sales ticket on the window. That's
Right.
great.
And those auto racks are all scratch built, are kit bashed. I think there's one kit bash and the rest are all scratch built.
Very neat. So I see you got some new MO Loco cars.
Right,
Let's talk
right.
about those.
Yeah, Nick Molo has brought out a car that I tried to build almost 40 years ago. I took these pictures on one of my train cruises in 1985. There was a string of these Florida East Coast waffle-sided boxcars, and that's my Nissan Sentra there, parked next to the tracks. And so I bought some roundhouse boxcars, which were pretty similar. They had a plug door, and so I got an Athearn door and I widened it and tried to make it fit, and weathered it like the ones that I saw. And so I was pretty happy with those. But now Nick Molo has brought out these same cars, and there were 2 classes of them, 2 bunches. One of them was assigned to Fort Smith, Arkansas, an appliance service, Whirlpool and Maytag, I believe. And then there was another group of cars that were assigned to Valiant, Oklahoma, which they had a paperboard plant there. Weyerhaeuser, I think, was the owner of that. I should have read up a little bit more. But anyway, one was in paperboard service, and then one was in appliance service. And there were a bunch of railroads in that pool: Burlington Northern, Missouri Pacific C and EI, Florida East Coast, obviously, Frisco, Burlington Northern, and so Nick Molo has made fantastic models of these, and each one of them, again, is road name specific. These are all ACF cars, but they have different draft gear and different trucks. All the appliances are specific to these road names, and even the lettering placement is different according to prototype photos. You know, it varied on some of the prototype cars. So anyway, I pre-ordered a bunch of these. I ordered 6 of them in Mopac, CNEI, Frisco, and then Texas, Oklahoma, and Eastern. That was a railroad that served that paper plant. It was built just for that reason. So they had a bunch of those cars too. They were blue with like a cream-colored stripe going across. And I remember seeing those cars grouped together in trains when I was an avid train watcher, late 70s, early 80s. So I was real happy to see these cars out. Anything that MO Loco or Rapido does, I mean, nowadays, Tangent, it's just there. I mean, it's hard to, it's way better than brass.
Yeah.
You know, we used to think that brass was the standard because it was so detailed, but nowadays a lot of the brass looks just a little bit coarse. I mean, they've really refined these plastic models, and
I agree, and with the 3D printing that's going on now,
Yeah,
you can
right.
make it better,
No
better
kidding.
than brass for a lot cheaper. So
right.
yeah, I can't wait to see what Molo is coming up with next.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah, so
now let's go over to Ken. You can come with me, and we'll see what Ken's working
Sure.
on in the studio behind us. Ken, where are you? Hey, Ken, what are you working on?
come on.
Oh my God, what am I working on?
Yeah,
We're shooting a show without microphones?
we're shooting a show without microphones or any common sense.
Okay.
Or any plan.
Great stuff. The Foam Pro we've been using for years. I'm working on a segment for What's Neat that I've got to have done because that video is right now about 13 days late.
Yes, sir.
And I've got a bunch of pieces of foam here that the glue says to let everything cure for about a week, which is crazy because us model builders know the orange stuff sets up in 30 minutes. But I thought I'd give it a shot, see how it did. Same experiment with a bunch of pieces of foam. These have been curing now for 5 weeks. So when I eventually do the segment, we'll have props. It'll be just like when the person says, hey, we're cooking, here's the cake, we're mixing it up, and oh, by the way, I already made one. Let's taste it.
That's called movie magic.
It is. Here's some magic.
So what is this here?
This is cool. First of all, check out the packaging. It's very different than what we're used to. I think this is great, especially on Hobby Shop presentation. This is something new from Bachmann. I put this on the cover of last year's Bachmann catalog. In the dark. We shot it in the dark outside. I remember that. It's the HO Scale Hudson steam locomotive. And I'm doing a new project for Bachmann that involves this model, and we got it here today in the mail.
Exciting.
And I thought I would open it right here.
We don't do a opening for many things here on the show, do we?
No, the packaging is very good. I like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of like the standard. Yeah, now that I'm used to it, I really like it. First couple times, I'm like,
Clamshell.
Oh, look at that.
All right, so this thing's ready to go out of the box. It's got TCS sound in it. This might be a pre-production model too.
Wow.
Or let's think about this. This might be one of their trade show models that they use at shows. Because I can see that there's no pin between the locomotive and the tender, but let's put it on the track and see if it works, and if it doesn't, we're going to scratch this whole part of the video. Oh no! Is this live? Are we
Yes.
getting a live show here? Is that what this is?
Kinda. I'm gonna pull this back.
Okay, we've got everything muted on the layout, but this is working. I'm going to let it go and see what happens. Check this out. So a little work on the tender, and we've got a nice model. And in fact, this could be a brand new model, and the part could actually be in the box. I don't know the answer to that, but stay tuned for a really cool photograph that is due on December 10th using this amazing Hudson steam locomotive from Bachmann Industries.
Ken, so these turbo trains that we have running around tonight too, tell us a little bit about them.
We were at Lombard Hobbies last year in October, and I saw one of these trains. It was the other one that's running. I believe that's the 1985 paint scheme. And these are by Rapido. And I got the other train for Christmas last year, and then this one I think I got midsummer. I love this paint scheme that Amtrak put on these, on the turbo trains. I went through the books, I memorized the dates of when this one was and the silver one was, and I'm not going to memorize it for you right now. And at some show I was actually going to present these, which is going to be fine. I also want to show how well engineered they are. They come apart without any screws. Everything snaps together, so when it comes time to put people in them, it's very well engineered as a model. So
And that's a big deal for people that want to seem realistic with the running, putting the people in there.
right.
Yeah, Jane Vergeer does it. We used to all do it.
The
It's just
interiors
another
on
neat
these
effect.
are so detailed. I mean, the seats
The lighting
and
effect is
everything
great. If we had
yeah.
the lights off down here, can I turn the lights off down here?
Sure.
yeah.
We can do
The
whatever
lights
we
in that
want.
train are scale lighting.
Oh, nice.
The lights go off.
Look at the lights, yeah. Look
Come
at
over here.
Okay, there's
inside
lights in this train, and this is a diorama we've been working on, or I've been working on for quite some time, trying to get it to run. Is that camera even
cool.
working? Can you see the inside lights in
yeah.
that train? This is amazing. This is scale lighting. Okay, this is not, light up the Lionel train kind of lighting. This is actually scale. You don't see it when the lights are on, but when the lights are off, it is absolutely exquisite. What did somebody say about exquisite? It's time to have that drink.
Ah, yeah. Everybody drink.
Hey, leave the lights. I want to videotape my auto racks coming through here in this light.
Okay,
Richard,
well,
if
we
you
have to
wanna-
wait till it gets back over here.
If you want to
Yeah.
follow me further this way, we'll take more of a tour of the basement here. So obviously here's the workshop, and then here's the yard that Ken has to store a whole lot of his vehicles. And then here. Of course, he has to have all these structures here to do different shoots. So he has things readily available to have background to pull outside to do whatever he's going to shoot. You have some N scale stuff here. Walking around here, we're trying to tidy up this space over here, but this is kind of a catch-all of everything. He used to have the narrow gauge layout here, and he also used to have the N scale layout here. And if you come further here,
Oh my God. Here it comes.
yeah. Here's one of the newer turbo trains.
That looks realistic and fast.
It does. It looks great. So over here in this corner, Ken just pulled all this out, and he talked about it on a few different segments. He's still not quite sure if he wants to put a station here or a row of houses or whatnot, but this is kind of an area that's still in limbo.
It sure looked good when the narrow gauge stuff was there, but it's a fresh piece of foam. It's a fresh
Correct.
piece of canvas.
Sure.
Hey, Mike, is it a problem if the other turbo train rear-ended your whole train on the curb? Is that,
We'll see.
is that
We'll
an
see what
issue?
the damage
Drug
is.
test.
There's no
Come on.
damage. It's
Have to
just,
call the insurance company too.
just eventually you'll see it. I'm not touching it.
So follow me this way and we'll go towards the wharf and back towards the table.
The wharf's cool.
And if you want to learn more about the wharf, you can watch the Model Railroad Hobbyist What's Neat This Week, where Ken talked about all this, didn't you?
Yes.
Notice this little truck here. I cut off to. I put it in there as a joke one time. For Ken to see it.
It looks like it's sinking. Here is the old model of Ken's house on the bluff. There's the house and the G-scale railroad and the lookout for those of you that have been on the lookout. And then the Mopac line down underneath it.
Yeah, this is a module that was part of my layout back in 2013 before I changed it. And it had all the neighbors' houses on it, and it was modeled exact. I used lasers, and I measured everything exactly. And it came out dynamite. It's courtroom accuracy. The whole thing used to be 12 feet long, and I kept my own personal residence. I don't know why. But it's spent a lot of time in the garage. And it's about to go out again because I'm starting to get enthusiastic about getting on that N-scale layout again. Did you tell them that we got N-scale cars coming out?
I did.
Okay.
ValueTrainsUSA.com.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So a lot of people say the podcast table in this whole area looks a lot bigger on video than it is when they actually get here. This is it. This is what we do. Soundboard, couple computers, and flying by the seat of our pants. So far, so good. We are promoting this, the best hobby in the world, and it's just a lot of fun.
It sure is.
I know. How long are we going to run this show?
I don't know.
You want to show Mike's wreck that I just made?
Yeah, let's
Oh, I
go
already
check out
cleaned
the
it
wreck.
Is Mike cleaning it up?
Oh, he's cleaning it up.
There's no springs in these KD couplers. That's
Oh.
one problem.
Huh,
Well, part of the other problem is all my engines are number 3, so that's why we're having issues.
Yes. Don't have all your engines be number 3 on DCC.
Yeah.
Let's go look at this.
So this section here is going to get ripped out. This will be the 3rd time I take out this section. The first one I took out is the one that I shot all the Athearn videos and a lot of different videos on that we made when we created the Athearn Trade Show video, which was a fantastic representation of models looking like a prototype on the 12-foot section that was here. Then when I went narrow gauge crazy back in 2013 or so, I 3-railed all of this, relayed it all, and now it's going to get replaced again because rather than rip the track off the foam and put HO scale turnouts and things back in place, I think it'll be easier just to start fresh with a flat top.
I agree.
Right? And then bring the arc of the curvature of the track off of Kimswick, that following diorama, onto this with a little bit more of a smooth transition. I still want to be able to have space to possibly put a train station here. It's a great spot for that. I put a lot of different stations here, the Wather station and a Durango station at one point, but I've got this ITLA scale model here. Grimsby station. I think this thing would be beautiful in that spot. Just because of the architecture, I think it would look great. I might not paint the same color. I'm going to make it my own fictitious station, maybe paint it white. But I think it's a beautiful model and it would fit here. So somehow, this is a basis for the track work to fit it in here and still have space for the window blinds. So, and all new control panels, all new everything. The beauty of this layout is all of these modules just lift up. This is only 4 inches of foam wrapped in plywood, right? So they all can go outside and be videotaped. Well, this one's going to go out in the garage and never come back. And we're going to start fresh, and it'll be some more new material that way by doing that.
Very cool. Very neat. All right, well, we gave you a tour of the basement. I hope you're a little more affiliated with the What's Neat This Week area. And I think we're just about done here. So Thanksgiving is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
Hopefully the show will be out way before Thanksgiving. Black Friday's coming. Make sure you buy that train for under the tree. Check out Bachman.com. They have tons of great G-scale stuff, tons of great starter stuff. You know, it's not very expensive to go buy a circle, a track, and put a train just on a piece of plywood. And that's where we all started, and that's where my nephew's going to start, because I'm buying him a train this year.
There you go. Denny Yelsma said hey to everybody. They're all at Trainfest. James Regier is up there getting information on what's happening up at Trainfest. Denny gave away hats this morning as soon as the show opened. He said he's just got a few more left. He only has 10 more left.
Yes.
So yeah, rock and roll to Trainfest. It sounds like it's a good show up there this year.
And next show is going to be the December show.
Yes, here comes next week.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep. So have a great Turkey Day, and be thankful for everything, because I'm thankful for all my friends. So
Thank you.
Thank you for you guys watching our show too.
Right.
Go to YouTube, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, talk about us often. We'll see you soon.
I know. I wonder how this show just turned out.
Let's go run
All
some
right, rock and
trains.
roll. Keep that camera rolling for 45 seconds while we. What are we going to do for a thumbnail?
I don't know. Well, let's all give a thumbs up for a thumbnail. I don't
I'll
know.
figure out something.
Ta-da.
All right, how crazy.
We'll just
Yeah.
stand here.
This is really nice. I kind of
This
like
is
it.
not
Yeah,
the
this was
thumbnail.
fun.
No,
It's kind of
this
like
is-
us just hanging out and talking.
No, if we take a cell phone, we could do a live show.
Yeah, let's. No live shows right now.
Okay.
Soon though. Soon.
All right, well,
All right.
roll credit. Here
Nice.
comes credit rolls.
Very cool.
Okay, that was unorthodox.
I think it was good. It was interesting.
Yes.
19 minutes and 52 seconds.
Oh, that's an easy edit. This one's going to be out.
Oh, we're gonna have all kinds of B-roll in there. You're gonna throw all kinds
B-roll?
of stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's actually run some trains now. Thanks, Richard.
Anytime.
Okay, what did we just do?
Over, little Mike.
What's my hair look like?
You're right.
Looks perfect.
Yeah.
Looks like the Beatles.
Wait, Richard isn't in the picture. Let's all scoot over just a little.
All right, ready, set, and the auto-rex are there? And show teeth. Okay.
Perfect.